Hey y'all, I'm back in the kitchen. Today we are going to make easy double chocolate chip brownies. You can find this recipe on Nestle Toll House's website. I think it's called verybestbaking.com. This is my absolute favorite recipe to make. Okay, we're going to start off with 1 stick of butter, and it could be salted or unsalted. I prefer salted. And we're going to add it to this bowl. And to that, we are going to take some Nestle Toll House semi-sweet chocolate chips, and that's about 1 cup. We're gonna pop it in the microwave until it gets melted. I started off with 1 minute, and every 30 seconds I'll stir it. You could do this over the stovetop too with some boiling water. I just find it easier to do it in the microwave. Here's the butter and the chocolate chips. We're gonna stir it together with my spatula. And it should have enough heat in here. The more I stir it, the more it'll start to come together and melt. And just keep stirring until all of the lumps come out, until all the chocolate chips are melted and it's nice and smooth. See how it's getting smoother and smoother the more I stir? I just use the back of my spatula to kind of smash them all down. And try not to over cook this in the microwave because then the chocolate will start to break down. Nice and creamy, velvety, smooth, delicious. Okay, next we have 3 large eggs. Let's crack these. We're gonna do 1 egg at a time. Just crack it into this ramekin here and drop this 1 egg, and we're just gonna stir it and break it up. And do the next egg. Try not to get any shells. Good, no shells. Just get in there and start stirring. Get those eggs mixed in there. You can use a whisk if you'd rather use a whisk. Spatula's just fine too. So now that we've stirred in the eggs, the next ingredient we're going to stir in will be the sugar. Grab the sugar. This is 1 cup of granulated sugar. Just gonna slowly pour this in so I don't cover myself in sugar. Or breathe too much of it in. I don't like inhaling all that sugar. There you go. Just mix it up so you see all the sugar's kind of dissolved a little bit in there. Next up is the flour. We've got 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. We're just gonna add a little bit at a time. Sure is a lot of stirring. I gotta get in there and get my muscles going. Almost done, almost done. And grab the other flour and add a little bit more, stir that in, then you're gonna add a little bit more, just a little bit at a time. That way it's all nice and incorporated. And if you want to use your stand mixer or an electric mixer, you can do that too. All right, let's get the rest of this flour in here all mixed up. Get every bit, gotta power through. There we go. It's coming together really nice. See the dough coming together, nice and thick. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to add the 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda and a little bit of salt, just a pinch of salt. I like to add a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon when I'm baking chocolate. It just gives it this nice warmth and richness. And also we need to add the vanilla, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And stir it all in there, get it all nice and incorporated. Mix, 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 stir, stir, stir. We're almost done. Now the reason these are called double chocolate chip brownies because we took a 12-ounce package of Nestle Toll House semi-sweet chocolate morsels and divided it into 2 cups. So we melted a cup of chocolate chips. Now we're just gonna simply add a cup of chocolate chips and just fold those in there, just like so. And then also I chopped some walnuts. And that's just a 1/2 cup of walnuts. And we're just gonna gently fold those in there, just like so. Get it all in there. There we go, it's looking so good. My kids love to lick the spoon in the bowl when I'm done, especially with brownies or chocolate chip cookies. All right, it's looking good. We are going to get our baking pan and get this out of the way. Clean up a little bit of egg on the countertop here. You're gonna make sure your oven is preheated at 350 and take a 13 by 9 inch baking pan. You can spray it a little bit and put some parchment paper down so it doesn't stick to the pan. All right, let's take this dough and we're gonna just pour it into the pan. It's pretty thick, and so we need to spread it evenly onto the pan. So let's get it all out. There we go. There's a little bit left. I'll get that. Oops. It can get kind of messy, but you know, it's all good. It'll be pretty in the end. This dough typically makes about 24 small brownies. All right, this is a pretty thick batter, so we need to spread this nice and evenly into the pan. Okay, so just take the back of your spatula and just spread it all around. Spread it to the corners, all 4 corners. Just try to get a nice even layer as best you can. Just use the back of your spoon, your spatula, whatever you're using. And the reason why you want to get a nice even layer is so that it bakes evenly. You don't want the corners to be over baked and the middle still be gooey and under baked. All right, let's see if I can make this as pretty as possible. Get that yummy brownie dough off the spoon and into the pan, and I will lick my fingers later. And there's nothing better than warm brownies on a cold day. Cannot wait. All right, that's it. So we've got it in the pan. Double chocolate chip brownies with walnuts. It's about to go in the oven and bake. We're gonna pop this in the oven at 350 degrees. Bake 350 for about 20 minutes. All right, it's done. Let's pull these out and check to see if they are indeed done. And if you want to use a toothpick to check the center of the brownie dough, go right ahead. And if they're not done, if they're still too gooey for you, just pop it back in the oven for another 5 minutes. Okay, you gotta let it cool. Now once they're cooled, you can certainly cut right on into it. Let's just take this small corner piece and plate it up. And let me try it. All right, let's plate. Delicious, ooey gooey, double chocolate chip brownie with a scoop of vanilla ice cream right on top. Doesn't get any better than that, folks. Let's try a bite. Let's get on in there. Can't wait. Delicious. Here we go. Ah, perfection. A nice warm brownie and vanilla ice cream. I mean, that's like the best dessert ever. It's perfectly baked, nice and soft and moist in the center. You can taste the cinnamon in the batter, and that's what I love about using cinnamon. It's not too overpowering, but it just gives this nice warmth. Okay, y'all, that's it. Those are my easy double chocolate chip brownies. Click like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed this recipe.